Okay, Hare Krishna. How is everyone? How is everyone doing? I can't hear anyone.
Fine. Fine.
Good.
Nitya, where are you from? Gujarat. You're joining for the first time,
Yes.
but you've been on the group.
Sorry.
You have been on the group.
I don't.
Okay, some special occasion is coming up. Anybody knows what it is?
Raksha Bandhan,
Okay, what else?
Janmashtami,
Before that,
Raksha Bandhan.
between Janmashtami and Balrama.
Sir, do you have a sister?
No.
Oh,
Why? Shibbe is saying Independence Day. Between Independence Day and Raksha Bandhan.
sir, I don't know what you're talking
Guess.
about. The Janmashtami.
That's after Independence Day.
Okay, fine. I don't know what's that.
Krishna had an elder brother.
Balram.
When is his birthday? It's on 12th, on the same day as Raksha Bandhan.
No, Raksha Bandhan is on the 11th.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
but according to some calendars, it's on 12th also, like Vaishnav calendar that we have. So
Okay.
it's on the same day, Balram's birthday, elder brothers. So Balram was born before Krishna. So what are your plans for Janmashtami and Raksha Bandhan, everyone?
So we don't celebrate Janmashtami
Why?
because we don't celebrate Janmashtami.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. What are the plans for Raksha Bandhan?
We are going to Nainital. Like I'll tie the Rakhi to my brother and then like immediately after that we'll leave.
Acha, so you're going to Nainital to only tie Rakhi to your brother and come back?
No. I'm tying the Rakhi here to my brother and then we are going to Nainital for a holiday.
Congratulations.
Oh man.
Yes, Dhriya, what are you doing for Raksha Bandhan and Janmashtami?
My brother, my brother has already gone to the hostel and I have already tied the Rakhi before it comes.
Okay, very good. Nitya, what are you doing? Janmashtami, Raksha Bandhan.
I'll tie my Rakhi. I'll tie the Rakhi to my brother who lives in like downside.
Good. Mahi?
I'll go to my nanny's house and for Janmashtami, I don't know what are we planning this year.
Krishna?
We at home we tie Rakhi and do a ritual.
Who do you tie Rakhi to?
I don't tie. My sister ties to me.
Okay. Ananya,
Yes, Prabhuji.
what are your plans for Janmashtami, Raksha Bandhan?
Prabhuji, for Raksha Bandhan, my dad's side family, we all come and we tie Rakhis to each other.
Okay. To each other?
No, so the sisters tie to the brothers.
Okay. Yes. Shrenika, Shibya,
Same thing.
where's your video? Shibya, your video is also off. And where's Radhya, Avishi? कहाँ है आज सब लोग?
So Radhedi who can't do class today, she has to study.
No. But your face is looking different today.
I know, I use my mystical powers.
So I can also use a mystical power to make you disappear.
So you have to show us a magic today. We've been requesting since 3 weeks.
Okay. All of you see now how I make Anvi disappear.
Sir, you do that every class. Not fair.
So just see, you can only hear the voice now. if she speaks.
He turned off my video.
That's magic.
So put.
Okay, so we very soon will be celebrating. From tomorrow, of course, in Vrindavan it happens for 21 days, but from tomorrow in ISKCON temples, if you have any ISKCON temple close to your house, you can visit.
What is an ISKCON temple?
From tomorrow, we'll have a Jhulan festival going on for the next 5 days. Jhulan is
What is an ISKCON temple?
the temple which I'm associated with. That
So the temple has a name. I thought it was like Krishna Mandir. Like,
ISKCON is the name of organization, and the temple where I stay is known as Radha Gopinath Mandir. So like that, under ISKCON's banner, there are many temples. So, so you all can visit if you like. They put Radha Krishna on a jhula and you can swing. It starts from tomorrow for the next 5 days till 12th Raksha Bandhan. And next is, of course, Balram Jayanti, Krishna's elder brother's birthday. And then, you know why Balram appears before Krishna? Anybody knows the reason?
Because when Krishna ji was born as Ram, Lakshmana said, I can't search him properly, and then he said, I wish to be born as Krishna's big brother on his next birth.
Yes, that's one reason.
so I think you had mentioned before that when Devki was Kansa could not differentiate from Devki's all of their children. So then he killed the first 6 children, and then the 7 children. 7th child was Balram, and then something then Balram was given to Rohini.
Yes, you are right. You have a good memory. Very nice. I'm so happy to see that you all remember whatever I teach you in these classes.
So you also have to remember to show us magic.
I'm showing, I can show you right now. Just see
What?
how I make Shiv.
No.
Okay. So then Balram, one of the main reasons why Balram, another role that Balram plays, that although he becomes the elder brother, but he's eternally in the mood of Krishna's servant. He wants to serve Krishna.
So he is Sheshnag.
Yes, so he always wants to serve. And he appears, he is also known as the original Guru, Balram. You know, what is the role of a Guru? What does a Guru do? What is his main duty?
So to teach,
To teach his disciples what?
like, I don't know, spread awareness about God.
Yes, exactly. So he teaches by his own example how we must be very eager to serve God. How we must be eager to please him. So what he does, whatever Krishna needs for any of his services, Balram becomes that. He becomes his bed, he becomes his garments, he becomes his jewelry, he becomes his shoes, he becomes everything that Krishna has. So everything that is used to serve Krishna is actually is a form of Balram. And he's very, very powerful. So he appears whenever Krishna appears, he also has to appear. His immediate expansion of Krishna. If you ask who is the first avatar of Krishna, that is Balram. Immediately. And then Balram then takes charge of sending further incarnations, creating the spiritual sky, a lot of things, everything that is required for Krishna's seva. So he's the original Guru. He's teaching by his own example how we must serve Krishna. So Balram, as you know, the name of Balram is Bala, means one who can show unlimited strength. So, but what kind of strength should we ask from Balram? Like, we all need strength, but what kind of strength does Balram give? Balaram, Baladev. Baladev means one who gives strength. But what kind of strength Balaram gives? And we should be asking from him. Guess. What kind of strength? Balram gives the strength to fight with challenges in life. Anywhere you are stuck, you have a problem. So if ever you have a problem in life, all you have to do is just tell Balram about it and he will solve it for you. If you have any challenge, any problem, any issue, just tell Balram. Remember this, huh? This works. You just have to tell Balram that I have this problem. Can you help me with this? And he will do it for you. So today, of course, then after that, there is Janmashtami. We'll discuss more in the next session about Janmashtami thing. But I wanted to discuss about someone very special, a devotee, a lady.
Ooh.
You all have to guess. She's from Ramayana.
Yeah.
The one who
Sita.
the one who fed the berries to Ram.
This is Balrama, Balram. And the lady is the sacred river.
Ahilya.
No, the lady is Jamuna. This is Jamuna. So, yes, Anvi is right. I'm going to discuss something about this lady, but something that you all don't know. Guess. What do you know about her?
So this is Shabri.
You know why I'm discussing about her life, or why we discuss about the lives of great devotees of the Lord? What happens when you hear about their life stories?
So the Lord blesses us.
Yes, true. That's true. But just by hearing these stories about the Lord's devotees, we will develop all the good qualities automatically. You will not have to make any separate effort for that. Just by hearing these stories, they carry such power. Just by hearing these life stories of great souls, we will develop all virtues, all virtuous qualities. And isn't that what we want? We all want to be selfless. We want to be grateful. We discussed about gratitude last week. We all want to be humble, right? We all want to be modest, selfless. So all those qualities will automatically develop simply by hearing these stories. And we learn a lot. So what do you all know about Shabri from Ramayana?
So she was this devotee of Ram who was waiting for many years to see him. And then when she got the news that he was coming, she quickly prepared a meal for him, which was the berries, and she was tasting the berries to see if they were not bitter or sour or something, or unripe. And then Lakshman was like, how can she feed her, her tasted plums to Ram, but then Ram ate it very lovingly.
Okay, good. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes, Anvi.
So I have another question about Ramayana. So Ram banished Sita because people thought that she was not pure at all. But then she had done the fire test in Lanka also. So then why didn't he just ask her to do the fire test again to just prove to the people instead of banishing?
I have answered this question in my next book, which will be out in next
So
10,
please
15
answer.
days. You don't want to read the book?
So I will read the book. Please answer.
In that book, I've answered almost 74 questions.
So please answer.
Okay. So Ram banished Sita just because somebody said, oh, she had stayed at a demon's place for 6 months, right? So we have to understand, why does the Lord come to this world? Why does he incarnate? He comes to establish dharma also. Apart from killing the demons, protecting the good ones, the good souls. And whatever the Lord does, what is it called? What we do is called karma. What does the Lord do? What is it called? It's called
Leela.
Leela. It's called pastime. Now, whatever we do is not called pastime. When Anvi is eating, we don't say, "Kya Anvi kya chal raha hai?" You don't say, "I'm doing my bhojan Leela." Or if Shivya is sleeping, we don't say, "Where is Shivya?" Shivya is in her Shayan Leela. She's sleeping. So that's not the case with the Lord. He's uh, doing Leela. Leela means like a drama. Have you ever gone to watch a drama?
You mean movies?
So drama is done for two reasons. One is to entertain the public.
And one is to show the lives of someone.
Second, to convey a message, right?
Yeah.
So on a drama stage, if you see two people fighting, do you take that seriously? Or you take the message of the entire drama seriously? Because when you go backstage, you will see those two characters who are fighting are actually dining with each other. They are laughing, they are joking. That was just a part of the drama script. So whatever the Lord does when he comes to this world with all his near and dear ones is a drama. It is meant to entertain his devotees, and it is also meant to educate others. So Lord Ram appeared as a human being, right? Like every incarnation, every avatar of the Lord that comes into this world has a specific purpose. Like, why did Lord Nrsimhadev appear? Why did he appear?
To kill
Hiranyakashipu,
yeah.
right? That was the main purpose. Now, you don't hear of Nrsimhadev running around, going around and stealing butter from people's homes, right? You don't hear of him building a bridge across the ocean. No, that was a different purpose. Similarly, when he appears as a boar, as a varaha, he lifted the earth. When he appears as Parshuram, he appeared to kill the demonic kings. So similarly, when Lord Ram appeared, he appeared as an ideal human being. So he was acting like a human being, and whatever he does is Leela. So he appeared to set the highest standards of conduct, codes of conduct for the entire human race. How a human being should act. He set the highest moral standards. Now, when he's leaving for the forest for 14 years, listening to the command of his father, or he didn't even command, but he's acting as an ideal son to protect the honor of his father, because his father had made a promise. He was ready to go through such difficulty, although he was not bound to go. So he's acting as an ideal son, that how a son should be very, very respectful and very eager to protect the honor of his father. And even if it means he has to go through some personal inconvenience. So children should be very, very respectful. Not that my mother or father doesn't do what I want, so I just start shouting at them, I start fighting with them. How many of you do that? Anvi does it. Shivya does it. Ananya, do you also do?
So like it happens rarely.
Yeah,
Okay.
But I
right.
do it.
Okay, that's out of love, isn't it? That's not out of envy. Envy, huh? I didn't say envy. That's out of envy.
I know.
Okay. So when the Lord is going into the forest, he is acting as an ideal son. Now he set the standard for the ideal son. When he is killing Vali from behind a tree to help Sugriv regain his kingdom, he's acting as an ideal friend. When he is ready to cross the ocean and kill the mighty demon Ravana to protect his wife, he's acting as an ideal husband. Right?
Sir, but then why didn't he ask her to do the fire test?
Hey, I'm coming to that. Relax.
At the end, he wasn't an ideal husband.
Relax, relax, relax. So he acted as an ideal husband. He was ready to go to any extent, and you can read Ramayana where it is mentioned how when Sita was abducted, how he became so he was so saddened by the whole event. He was crying like a baby here and there, running, asking the mountains, asking the trees, have you seen my Sita? Like that. So he was ready to go to any extent. When he is ready to banish Sita or ask her to go through some Agni Pariksha, he's again, when she had to go through Agni Pariksha. Now, it's not that Lord Ramchandra didn't have faith in Sita, but just to prove her purity to others who would not then question her character, he asked her, and he knew Sita was pure. So it was for her glory, to make her, to show her purity to the whole world, that how she was so special that even though she was abducted by a demon, she did not give up, and she remained pure throughout. So it was only to increase Sita's glory in front of the whole world. Now, when a washerman talks, oh, Lord Ram is allowed that lady to stay in his palace still, because even though she was away for 6 months, Lord Ram banished Sita. So first of all, banishment does not mean, banishment was something that was done to Lord Ram. He was sent out of his kingdom. But as far as Sita is concerned, Sita remained within Lord Ram's kingdom only. So she was never kind of banished. And it was not that banishment means no arrangements for food, clothing, shelter. Lord Ram carefully asked Lakshman to take Sita in his chariot and put her under the care of Rishi Valmiki and his other lady disciples, so that she could be properly taken care of. So he really never banished it. So understand, this is a whole drama going on. And what is the Lord trying to teach here? He didn't have any doubt about Mother Sita's character or purity. But now he's acting like an ideal ruler, ideal king. An ideal leader or a king must be above all doubts, must be above all suspicions. And he showed that, because the duty of a leader is that he must guide people on the right path, because followers do whatever the leader does. So he didn't want to leave any scope of doubt, and he just put Sita under somebody else's care within his kingdom. And he showed that how a true leader, he should be above all doubt, suspicion, because then only he can lead others, then only people will follow his example. Otherwise, people would have said, oh, see, Ram did this, so I will also do this. So he set the highest standard, and he taught through this example, a leader must be willing to give up his own happiness if that's what it takes to take care of the larger family, in the interest of the larger family. So now he's acting as an ideal king. So we cannot mix all the rules. He set the highest standard for the ideal king, then he set the highest standard for the ideal husband. So he's playing different parts at different stages of drama. So he's teaching us. But after that, after the Leela is over, Sita and Rama are back in their spiritual sky, and they're happily living ever after.
But sir, why didn't he ask her to do the fire test in front of the people?
It was already done. It's not that nobody knew about it. Understand, the first thing I told you, it's a drama going on. So they are teaching something, an ideal king. Now, when the fire test happened, it was nothing related to an ideal king. So he came to establish Maryada, standards. Lord Ram is known as Maryada Purushottam. Maryada means the codes of conduct for an ideal human being. So he did it for the son, he did it for friends, he did it for husbands, he did it for the king also. So you are trying to mix all the rules, all his roles. Don't mix. They're all separately being done, and separately, separate category of people are being taught through this. And then they go back to their spiritual world. They are happily reunited forever. And Sita also understood this. So she never resisted. She understood the Lord's plan, and everybody else did. So when they are in the forest, now there was a great devotee of the name Shabri. Now she was an aborigine woman. You know her past life. How did she become a tribes woman? Anybody knows her past life? But you all know about Shabri, little bit.
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you her past life. How did she get birth in such a community? Now they have to live in forest. They don't have proper means of living, and then sometimes they kill animals. So in that kind of family she was born. So in her previous life, no, there was a queen, and the queen was very, very devoted. She was very, very fond of doing what we are doing right now. She was very fond of doing satsangs, hearing about the Lord, associating with the devotees of the Lord, associating with the saints. Right? Probably she didn't have Zoom, so that's why she got a little fed up. But in those days, and being the queen, this lady was not allowed to go and sit, mix freely with the sadhus and sit in open satsangs in public. She had to stay indoors. But she had a great desire, and that was her life. She wanted to hear more and more of these narrations from the scriptures like Bhagavatam, Ramayana, and all that. So then, one fine day, she got so fed up because she was not allowed to do this. She started praying to the Lord that it is only because I am a queen that I am not allowed to go and sit in these satsangs and these activities. So next life, I don't want to be born as a queen. I want to be born in a very low family where I will not be stopped from doing whatever I like. And then I will also have the opportunity to serve all the saints. That was her desire. So that same queen in next life was blessed by the Lord with her desire, and she was born as Shabri. And she took birth in a forest, in a tribe, and all the sadhus, saints, they lived in the forest. So she was in close proximity. She was also living close by. And what was her duty every day? Nobody asked her, but she had such sincere desire to serve all the sadhus. So even before the sadhus woke up at around 3:34, she would carry water, she would carry wood, because they used to do yajnas, fire sacrifice. She would carry and put it quietly outside their cottages, so that when they got up, everything was ready. And then they had to go to a lake close by to take bath, early morning bath. So she would, before they woke up, before they went to the lake, she would clean with her own hands, carrying a broom. She would clean that pathway. So that when the saints came, it was absolutely comfortable to walk on. And she was doing it so secretly, so selflessly. And one fine day, one sadhu told his disciples, find out who is doing this selflessly. And then they find out it is Shabari. So this sage was known as Matanga Rishi. Matanga Rishi. And he accepted her as his disciple. A time came when Matanga Rishi, along with all his disciples, he was returning to the celestial world, heavenly world. So Shabari also wanted to go because she couldn't bear the separation from her guru. So Matanga Rishi said, no, you have to wait. You have to wait because in Treta Yuga, Lord Ram will come and you have to perform an important service to him. You have to receive him as your guest. So, Shabari said he will come in Treta Yuga, and this is happening in Satya Yuga. Shabari is in Satya Yuga. And which Yuga should come ideally after Satya Yuga?
Treta Yuga only.
How? Treta means 3, Dwapar means 2.
No, Dwapar Yuga comes after.
Dwapar, dwa means two, do. Treta means three, teen. So she said, I cannot wait for, like this is Satyuga, I cannot wait till Treta Yuga. How will I manage that? So what did Matanga Rishi do? He was very powerful. He interchanged the yugas. So Treta came first and Dwapar comes.
See, I told you.
So just by Guru's blessings, Shabri had to wait, but not that long. And then she was
See, I
waiting.
told you Treta Yuga comes after this thing.
But ideally it should come. It only happened this time. Ideally it comes third. Dwapar comes.
In Dwapar Yuga, Krishna was born.
Arey, wait. There are many cycles of 4 yugas. First comes Satyug, then comes Dwapar, then Treta, then Kaliyug. But only this time, Matanga Rishi, with his powers, he interchanged the yugas. So Treta, which should be third, came second, and Dwapar was third. Dwapar means 2. The name has been given. Second, it should be. So now Shabri is waiting every day. She doesn't know when will Lord Ram come. So, but she was hoping maybe today. So every day she would go and collect berries, the best of the berries, because that's what you get in the forest. And then she would just wait with those berries for Lord Ram to come so that she could serve him. It didn't happen. And she waited for many years. She had that much patience. So we should have that much patience to, if we just pray for something to the Lord, it's not that I prayed last night, but till Krishna has not given it to me. No, we have to have patience for his mercy, for his grace, for his blessings. And in that area, there were many other sadhus also living. But they were very proud. Many sages were living, but they were very proud. Proud of their tapasya. They thought they were very special, the great, because some of them were only living on fruit. Some of them were not even eating fruits. They were living on some dry leaves. That's what they were eating. Some of them even didn't do that. They were only living on water. And some of them even didn't do that. They were just living on breathing.
Why did they do that?
Just controlling their senses so that they can focus on something better. So they were very great tapasvis, but they were very proud of it. And they would always look down upon Shabari because she was from a tribe, lives in the forest, not very clean, and they would treat her as a low-class woman. So they would never want to even see her. They would definitely want to speak of coming anywhere in close proximity with her. So, but Shabari was a very humble, gentle woman. She didn't mind all of it. She just wanted to serve. Very gentle, very humble. And all these sadhus, they had this kind of feeling against her, and they considered themselves to be very superior. And they heard that, oh, Lord Ram has been sent into Vanvas, exile. So maybe when he comes, he might definitely come to this side of the country also. And whenever he comes, the sadhu who was living only on fruit, he was thinking he was the greatest tapasvi. So the Lord will come only to his cottage because he is so great. The sadhu thought that he was very great. So Lord Ram, when he comes, he will enter his cottage. The sadhu who was only living on water thought, oh, he's only living on water. So he's very great. So whenever God comes, he'll come to his cottage only. So everybody was expecting that Lord Ram would come to their cottage only because they were very special. That's a kind of pride they have. Now, one fine day, Lord Ramchandra, along with Lakshman, comes. And suddenly he stands outside the cottage of this rishi who was only living on fruit and proud of it. So we can never be proud of anything. We become proud when we forget that whatever we have is by the grace of God. Our intelligence, our ability, our family, everything is by his grace. The moment we forget it, or whatever we are able to do, the moment we forget it is by his grace, we'll become proud. And pride is the worst of qualities. So we should never be proud of anything. Always remember, whatever I am able to do in life, it's by His grace. Whatever I have got in life is by His grace. If you remember this, you will never be proud. And if you are never proud, God will give unlimited grace to you, unlimited blessings. Right? So never ever be proud of anything. So this Lord Ramchandra comes, but he's not entering the cottage. He called out, is anybody there? The sage comes out. He said, oh, my dear Lord, please come inside, come inside. No, he said, no. I am looking for Shabri. Where is her cottage? So this sage was like shocked. Shabri? That low-class woman he's looking for? Why would he? But then anyways, he said, why do you want to go to her? She said, no, I just want to see her. I'm not entering your cottage. Said, okay, it's this way. So that way he went to every cottage. And everywhere sages were shocked. And they were very offensive. They were thinking, अच्छा हुआ इसका वनवास हो गया. इसको तो कुछ समझ ही नहीं है किसके घर जाना चाहिए, किसके घर नहीं जाना चाहिए. So they were thinking like that. They became offensive. And the Lord is only looking for Shabri. Now, before the Lord came, something else had happened. One day, Shabri got a little late as she was cleaning the path leading to the lake. So the sages started coming by, and as she was sweeping the pathway, one stone just like that popped up in the air, and it touched one of the sages who was returning from the lake after taking bath. So as soon as that stone touched him, he got so furious. He said, you dirty lady, this has been touched by you. I've been contaminated. Now I have to take bath again. I've been seeing you contaminates people, and the stone which has touched you has touched me. And he was furious. He shouted at her. Shabri Bechari, she was very, very humble. She humbly just left, and thinking that she had caused inconvenience to the sage. Shabri didn't think, why is he shouting at me? She was very humble. She thought she actually did trouble the sage. So this sage went inside again the lake. He went to the lake again. And as soon as he touched water of that lake, the lake became contaminated. It was just filled with worms as soon as he touched it. But he was proud. So what did he think? He thought, oh, because that stone touched me, which was touched by Shabri's broom. So because of that, it touched me. And as soon as I touched this lake, it became impure. So that's how impure Shabri's touch is. So he was thinking that it is because of Shabari, the lake also became contaminated. Now the lake became contaminated. It became a big issue for the sages because they had no water to drink, nowhere to take baths. So they had to walk for kilometers. It became a big issue. Now fast forward, as I was explaining, Lord Rama is coming and he goes to Shabri's house. Shabri sees from a distance that Ram is coming. She just runs away, hides inside the forest. Why? Because she's thinking, I'm so impure and Lord Ram is so pure. Why should he see my face? Why should he come close? But Lord Ram, he knows everyone's heart. He goes straight to Shabri, and Shabri is crying. She falls at his feet and she makes them sit. And Lord Ram starts spending time with her, talking to her, receiving her hospitality, her seva. And all the sages, meanwhile, they gather and they are discussing. They are discussing among themselves as to what happened. This prince of Ayodhya, he doesn't seem to be very, very intelligent. And that's the reason I think he lost his kingdom also. That's why he was driven out. That he doesn't have any sense where to sit, whose house to go. He's associating with that old dirty lady. And then they decided, okay, let him do whatever he wants to. But let's go and request him that at least, because we have heard once you touched one stone with your foot, it was Ahalya that it turned into a lady, Ahalya, and she got purified. So why don't you, she got purified of her sins just by his touch. So why don't you just come and purify our lake also by touching your lotus foot? So they went to Lord Ram. Can you just, acha theek hai, you do whatever you want to. Can you just, so they were not interested in God. They said, just hamara jo ye lake hai, impure ho gaya, usko thoda pure kar do aap. You touch your foot to this. We've heard your foot has so much power. You know what Lord Ram said? He said, no, no, you are such great souls. If you can't purify the lake, how can I? So the Lord is just being sarcastic. He's making fun of them. But then the Lord asked, okay, why did this lake get contaminated? And the sages said, oh, this is what happened. This old lady, the stone touched by her, touched one of our sages, and he got so impure just by his touch, the whole thing got contaminated. Lord Ram said, no, that's not the reason. The reason is because you all have been very, very disrespectful, offensive, because that sage offended Shabari. That's the reason this lake got contaminated. Because of committing offenses towards Shabari, you all have become contaminated just by that sage's touch. That is the main reason. It's not because Shabari touched it. And the only way this lake can be purified now is if Shabari touches this lake with her foot. Just imagine, these sages were never even wanting to look at her, associate with her. Now they have to get the lake purified, and only way is if Shabari touches the lake with her foot. Now that means for their entire life now, they will have to take bath with water which was purified by Shabari's foot. Now Lord Ram said, this is the only way, otherwise we'll have to live like that. The lake will become just more and more filled with worms, unsuitable for any kind of stuff. So then they had no choice. So Shabari was told, Shabari was humble, she didn't want to, but Lord Ram forced her, you touch, and immediately the water became crystal clear. So the Lord was showing these sages that you all are big, big tapasvis, you don't eat, you don't this, but that's not the real power. Real power is humility, which Shabari had. And even though she's externally born in a tribe, Aborigine woman, but still she's so pure at heart. So it is the internal purity that matters. And then the sages also understood Shabari's position. They begged forgiveness. So they wanted to atone for the mistake that they had done. So that Lord said, you make a temple for Lord Vishnu. And that temple should be known as Shabari Narayan, the Lord of Shabari. It should be named after Shabari. Only then all your offenses would be forgiven. And they did that. It's somewhere in South India. This temple is still located, Shabari Narayan. So this is the essence. The Lord sees only our heart. He likes people who are humble. So all we have to do if we want his blessing, just be humble and just be grateful. It's not about how externally how much we are able to do, but internally we are pure and we are able to serve others, especially the Lord's devotees. So Shabari was very gentle, humble, externally nothing, but she was serving the great sages with humility and not proud of anything, very down to earth. And that's why the Lord came to her, and he didn't go to these apparently great sages. Right? True greatness lies in being humble and not in being trying to be great externally. The more we are humble, the greater we are in the eyes of God. Hare Krishna. How was the story? Did you all like?
Yes.
What did you learn, Shivya, from the story? No,
That we should be humble and grateful and compassionate.
so you will be humble? No. Then what did you learn? Yes, Dhriya?
Internal purity that matters the most.
Yes, internal purity. We have to be humble and be devoted to the Lord. Anyone else? Ananya?
Prabhuji, I learned that we should always be humble and humility is very important. And even though we should always be humble to other people and only like serving God by not eating food and always by not only eating food and always praying to God doesn't mean that you are great in God's eyes. You have to be good to other people, and that's when God will actually see the good in you.
Right. Anvi?
So we should always we should never be proud of ourselves, and we should never look down at other people that they are so impure, and we should always respect them and help them whenever they need us.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Okay. Anyone else wants to share something?
Yes, sir. I want to share a request with you to do magic.
Yes, I'll show everyone magic now.
So, real magic.
Real magic ही दिखाऊंगा अभी. देखो अभी.
Illusion.
Illusion, yeah. So illusion will be everybody will be able to hear your voice but not see you.
So, please.
Just see.
Oh, God.
You can hear her voice but you can't see. Anvi, good. Shivya, good magic, right? Shivya has a new hairstyle.
Yeah, I love it.
For the first time, Anvi is liking what Shivya has done.
When did I hate what Shivya's done?
I didn't say hate.
When did I not like what Shivya's done?
Wow. Shivya, see? Anvi is so kind to you.
I know.
I'm humble.
You are humble. Okay.
But not.
All right. Anything else? We'll see you next Sunday, which is...
Prabhuji, can you just add me in the group?
Yeah, you just send me your number. What's your number?
My mom has already sent you the number.
Your mother has sent.
So did I, Prabhuji.
When?
I sent a long time back.
Riya, just give me number. Your mother?
Yes, sir. 96196
Hmm.
28285.
28285.
Yes.
Whose number is this?
My mom's.
96196 28285. Name?
My mom's, right?
Bhakti.
Bhakti.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just adding her to the group. Anything else? Anvi, show us some magic. So it's a homework now to Anvi to show us magic next time.
I know your magic.
No, not my
I
magic.
know one trick.
Teach us.
Think of a number.
This is the same old magic.
Okay, no. There are some new people who don't know, so I'm just repeating.
Achha, so you just play with them then.
Yeah. Think of a number.
Everyone think of a number, okay?
Double it.
I know this magic.
Yeah, I know. There are some new people, so I'm just repeating for them.
Okay.
Add 6 to it. Then divided by 2. And then subtract subtract the original number you thought of from this number. Okay, did all of you get 3?
Yes.
Okay, done.
So whatever
Magic
number you think the answer is gonna be the same.
Good. So next week, Shivya is going to show us some magic. You better learn.
So you have to show us black magic.
Black magic I don't do. I do white magic.
So white magic.
That also I do purple magic.
So purple magic.
I can make people appear and disappear on Zoom.
So no. Can you make your thumb disappear or something?
Yeah.
How?
How?
How do you make your thumb?
I can make the entire person disappear from. Just see. Who do you want me to?
So Shivya.
Shivya's mic is off.
Anvidi.
Okay. Alphabetically, let's.
Shivya, you have made me disappear way too many times.
No.
Hello.
I
Thank
hear
you.
you. So send Anvidi into the waiting room or remove her from the meeting.
Arey,
I have to ask you something.
fast.
Do you like to wake up early?
Yeah.
I hate
How
waking
early do you wake up?
Yeah, what time do you wake up every day?
3 a.m.
So late.
So early.
3
8
a.m.
a.m. is also early for me.
3 a.m. 3.
I know. 3 a.m. is extremely early.
4 a.m. 4:30.
So I woke up
What
at
time do
10
you
today, 10 a.m.
What time do you sleep?
Depends.
So what time do you sleep?
10:30, 11.
So late. You don't even get full sleep.
What time do you all sleep?
I slept at 11. I slept at 12:30 yesterday and I woke up at 10 today.
Probably I literally slept at 8 o'clock yesterday.
Wow.
Congratulations, everyone.
I would never do that on a Saturday.
No, because we have morning school, so I sleep so early.
So I slept at 12:30 and I woke up at 10 today.
What were you doing till 12?
I was
slept
watching something on TV.
I slept at 11.
I was watching this movie RRR on TV.
So you all do that every day or only on weekends? So late?
I want to do this every day, but I can't. I have school.
No, you shouldn't have
I
that habit of sleeping
I
late.
never do that.
I
during
just
the
do
week.
it twice a week because that's the amount of time I get.
Chalo. Thank you.
So I have to ask you one more question.
Who wants that book? Who wants that book of question answers?
So I want, and I have to ask you one more question.
Ask.
Do you like to eat spicy food?
Yeah.
What?
Spicy food.
No, which types of spicy food?
Indian spicy food. Indian type of spicy food. There's no spicy food in the world except India.
So there is.
All right, I have another session now. So
Which one?
I have Kirtan at somebody's home. So
Oh, okay, bye.
Hare Krishna.
Oh.
Hare Krishna.